Becoming a chartered management consultant, I think, is really important for our industry. So I think it's important that we have this award available to us, and that those that do work genuinely in the profession go through the accreditation to be able to mark them out as meeting a certain quality.
I've been on the journey, so I've been involved with the CMI and the MCA for quite a long time. It's been something that when I started off as a graduate sort of 12 years ago, it was something that I always thought was missing. So why is there no chartership? There's chartership in lots of other sectors. What we do is really important, it adds value. The process was clear, there was some guidance that was issued. Essentially you had to fill out an application form, because I went down the experienced route. There's two different routes that you can go down, the on programme, which is slightly different, but from an experienced route, the process is pretty straightforward. The application form, you fill it out, you sit an interview, but what I would say is there's quite a lot of work that goes in behind the scenes on that. You know, you can't, you have to essentially articulate, for some people, you know, a career into sort of 2 or 3 notable projects that you have to try and map to what is quite a broad framework, and I think that's the process, and that's the challenge.
The submission's got a number of parts to it. The first part is really a simple business case of why you should be a chartered consultant. Secondly, there's a whole really in-depth section on impact, which really allows you to demonstrate how the competencies that you've built up are brought to life inside real client engagements as well. Then there's around your commitment to continuing to improve as an individual, as a professional, very important part of being a chartered professional in any kind of discipline, from somebody that knows you well enough to really underline and bring forth the things that you've done. The key thing about the submission though is linking everything that you've done back to competencies and competence back to clients and impact.
The interview felt very much like the process I went through some years ago with the Engineering Institute. I'm a chartered engineer, so the rigour of the interview, the level of questioning, felt very familiar with that process. The questions are more about the context for what's been written and the implications of some of the things that have been written, and a broader conversation around those topics.
The assessors are clearly very skilled at doing this. They've done it many times before, and that was evident. I think doing it through a video interface was slightly different than what I'd done in the past. There's definitely a different dynamic if you're via video as opposed to face-to-face. But that said, it was much easier to fit it into a busy schedule. The fact you just had to find a quiet room and log on and have the discussion. But yeah, it was, for me personally, it was a really good experience. I thought it was quite reflective. So some of the questions that the assessors asked forced me to think a bit more. You know, they weren't looking just for textbook answers. They were really asking the right questions to delve in under the skin of what you'd put on your application.
Now's the time for the industry to get behind it. Whether you're a large or small organisation, it doesn't really matter. It's about making sure we can demonstrate as one with a big step forward as an industry, the professionalism we know is there, that we all provide day in, day out. For that to work, we have to all do that. And the first starting point for that is the senior people out there that run businesses, run client relationships, really have a big impact on their own organisations to become chartered, do the experience route, and show to the outside world just how important this is, and make it something which is the standard for the industry, let alone what people expect in the industry as well. So please become chartered.